So we're here for episode 4 of Lifting and Living, and we're here with not self-proclaimed, but England's strongest woman under 57.
Yeah, I think so.
Um,
Yeah, well, yeah.
well,
I was
technically,
only beaten by the Scottish girl, so yeah, I guess so.
yeah. So yes, that's right. So at the UKNS, UK final, you were third there, weren't you? And performed really well. I'll tell you what,
Thank you.
probably great place to start because it's a brand new category under 57s. It's a way to get smaller, strong women like yourself not having to compete against some that come down from nearly 70 kilos down to 64. Because
Yeah,
you walk around pretty much at the 57, don't you?
yeah, but yeah, somewhere around there, around 58 kilos usually I am. So yeah. So
So,
yeah, going and competing at the under 64s is yeah, it's giving away quite a lot of weight.
yeah, so well, I'll let you kind of take over rather than me rambling. And why don't you tell us a bit about, like, let's say, like when you first heard there was going to be an under 57s. This is almost pretty perfect for you. So
Yeah, so I only started doing like strongman just over a year ago. And I did my first competition was actually with Chaos, and then I did your under 64s comp. And then I don't know, it might have even been you who told me about it, saying, oh, I think they're going to bring in an under 57s category, which, yeah, was kind of perfect for me. Like I say, I walk around just slightly above that. So it's not like I have to do a big cut or anything like that to make it. And it's really good because it's a new category. Like it's small and you get to know everyone, and hopefully, yeah, it will just grow from there.
well, yeah, I think it will do.
Hmm.
Not seeing it too much elsewhere just yet, but obviously your place, your gym did the push pull that had a 57 just to try and like grow the category.
It
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Um, so just got to keep doing it. And I know you said, I don't know if you was joking about a little break, but are you competing next year? Well, that was just
I
talk.
don't know. I
Too.
just need to get through. I need to get through like September, really. Just get through to like the end of September after the World Championships, and then reassess. I'm getting old, Ash. You know that.
The world championships, is that how it's been said? Has it? Well, it is, isn't it? So just
Yeah, it is the World Championships, isn't it? So,
because the
yeah,
athletics is on at the minute, you've that's what it's been called now. The world championships.
the World Championships, not the natural or anything, just the World Championships. Get past that, and then yeah, and then we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So we'll kind of skip through the. So you won the Midland qualifier, and then
I did.
so in the summer, why don't you? I think you've put it on like YouTube channels, but just give us a quick rundown then of like how that day went for you. Because I
The
think
Midland qualifiers,
no, the June final.
finals.
Because I think people like me and a couple of others are going, Hannah's going to win. Hannah's going to win. But
So,
pressure on you there.
okay. So the finals in Ireland, I didn't go into in the best position. I'm not going to lie, I was absolutely exhausted. I had trained so much and so hard in the run up to that about 3 weeks before, like trying to deadlift, I'm not going to lie, like 110 kilos. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do anything. I was completely drained, completely overtrained. And I actually took just nearly 2 weeks off in advance of the finals in Ireland, and then kind of went into that thinking I have no idea what this is going to be like. Obviously, it went quite well, but I still wouldn't say that I wasn't peaked for it as well as I could have been.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I've definitely got more than how I performed in that competition, but yeah, how much more I don't know. It's really hard, isn't it? Because not having done this very much, it's all a little bit of trial and error at the moment to work out, yeah, how we best do things and how we plan the training and how much rest I need in advance of it. Because obviously, when you get to my age, as you know,
I know.
it's yeah, it's hard. You need to take that time out. Yes, yeah. But no, but actually on the day, like it I mean, what do we do? I didn't hit the numbers I wanted to. on the overhead. I didn't hit the numbers I wanted to on the deadlift. I mean, I dropped the Zercher yoke, and then the second half of the competition went quite well.
Yeah. What was your favourite event?
What was my favourite event? Probably, actually, I really enjoyed the stones at the end, and I think that was probably because it was the last event, and I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to get through this, and then it's all over.
Yeah. So, so your worst event was the Zercher, was it?
No, overheads definitely.
Oh, did you? I thought you did all right.
I think I did all right, but I didn't perform as well as I could have done.
There is that.
So I think I got 4 or 5 reps.
Right.
I think I got 5 reps, and like in training, I was getting significantly more than that. I have a real nemesis with the log, so it's not my best event.
Not since our day with Faye, though.
I think though that was the best. That day where I came to yours for the workshop with Faye, that was the best I've ever lifted the log in a long time. And I got PB that day as well, didn't I?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think it was a really good workshop. I think need to get Faye in again maybe next summer.
Yeah. I've not lifted as well as that since then.
Oh, haven't you? So,
nowhere near.
Get Faye in now.
Or maybe it's your lovely brand new log.
You're not allowed near that again. Friday fails that made.
I know.
I think Harriet's had a worse one since then, and it's not made it onto Friday fails. It must just because it's a log and it looks so massive on you that it probably just looks scarier, I guess.
So, well, yeah, it is literally as pretty much as big as I am, isn't it? So
well, yeah, you that you could probably fit inside that.
I probably could fit inside
it. So funnily enough, actually, obviously because it's a growing category, the 57s, it's actually the same 6 that were in the UK final that are actually going to Worlds now. It's sort of like a giant rematch.
It is, yeah. Which is
itching to kind of have that rematch, so to speak, with everyone.
Yes, yeah. I am looking forward to it. And yes, it will be exciting. I don't want to call anything at the moment. Like I really don't. I don't know. And I'm trying to stay off Instagram to see how everyone else is doing. So yeah. It's just the fact that I'm there and I'm going to be there, and as long as I hit the targets that I've set for myself, I'll be happy. Like that's all I can do. I got to get the head in the game to think like that. So yeah.
And how do you feel about 8 events, 2 days? I know you've done your lightweights review, which I've watched. But just a quick like sort of rundown. I mean, how do you feel about that? 8 events, 2 days. That's pretty grueling.
It's going to be pretty intense. It is going to be intense. And I can just remember, like most competitions, like the following day, like how I feel after it, and knowing that I'm going to have to go out there again and do it all over again is going to be, quite challenging. I might need a lot of ibuprofen.
Those that are prepared and fit, they're the ones that, in the last couple of events on that second day, that's when they're going to be big points, because those that maybe aren't as prepared, they're going to drop some big points, aren't they, really, if your legs are gone and the rest of it. So, you do strike me as someone who's going to be as prepared as they can be. I mean, even in the summer, it's because you overtrained. It's not like I didn't really get to the gym how many times I should have done and stuff. So you work too hard.
Yeah, I work too hard. Yeah. I work. Yeah, I would like to think that I will go into it as well prepared as I can do. And at the moment, I'm trying to like push some back-to-back sessions, so to get like 2 heavy days, or to get like 2 days in a row together, where it is quite full on, where I'm then getting up the next day and doing it again and again and again. So we'll see.
Yeah, we will. Looking forward to it. I really wanted to come and watch, and then I did the men's under 70s and competition.
It's on the same day, isn't it?
Then it got released as that day. I thought, typical. And I thought
you can watch it online.
I was even looking at Edinburgh and back on the Saturday, and then do it on the Sunday. I thought, no chance. I'll end up breaking down on the way home.
It's a long way to go.
Yeah. No, but I'll be watching online at everyone, and it's going to be really exciting, interesting to watch. So, looking forward to next year with the whole thing. So be good to see you back involved next year.
We'll wait. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I
I
might try some different stuff again. I might. I don't know.
I don't know. I
Like
think there's a couple of things that might be coming up that'll interest you. So
do you think?
I think
I
so.
might go back to some Olympic lifting because Adam's my coach and he's obviously predominantly that's what he does. He coaches Olympic lifting, so he keeps saying, "Yeah, we'll get through the strongman and then we'll go back to some Olympic lifting." So I don't know.
We'll see. I think
We'll see.
some temptation next year. No, they're not saying anymore. Well, we've jumped a bit ahead there, but there's sort of like almost a standard question. You've got to ask everyone. I know you did. You said you did a chaos comp first. What kind of got you into strongman? Because you have got a little bit of a story, haven't you?
Okay, so what got me into strongman was basically so where I train essentially is like an Olympic lifting gym, and I've done a few competitions and I've done quite well. I podiumed, and then there was a powerlifting competition that was coming up locally, and my coach was like, "Oh, I've got a few spots. Do you want to do that?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'll do that if you prep me for it." So we did a 6-week block for that, and I did the powerlifting comp and I won that. So I won an Olympic lifting, won a powerlifting, and then Matt Nice was in the gym and he's like, basically a bit of a bet, heckled me on and said, "Oh, you've won these, you'll have to do a strongman competition now and win that too." So I was like, "Okay, you write me a 6-week plan and I'll do it and I'll enter one." And he found me one and that was it. And then that was the first comp I entered was the Chaos Masters competition, which I did in Peterborough. And that was last summer.
Oh yeah. Like, chaos, like they did a Ragnarok. It was called Ragnarok.
Yeah, that was it, the Ragnarok one.
Yeah. Cool.
So that was the very first one I did, and I won that one too. And that was from then on. I was like, "Okay, strongman, cool, we'll do this."
I'm gonna carry on doing this till I'm in the over 50s.
Yeah, thanks. That's only a few years.
There's a few years away yet, a few seasons yet. Don't worry.
They don't do though, although they do a men's over 40s and over 50s. They don't do a women's over 40s and over 50s. They only do a women's over 40s.
Yeah,
at the moment.
I feel like it's coming though.
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Chaos are actually doing one on September the 17th that has a over 50s
Okay,
category. You can't enter that yet.
not yet.
Yeah, so it's coming. It's coming. It takes, I think, sometimes someone to just sort of take a chance on a category. Not trying to boost my own ego, but like I just say, like I took a chance with the sixes. I mean, I still put on a women's novice comp at the same time, just in case like 2 guys turned up. But it seems to have done all right. It's like 10 in it, and it's the same with something like that. And I think the guys at Luke and Ree at Chaos will do a good job with that, I suppose, if they want to push.
Yeah, I think they will.
They will, yeah. So.
Well, I did the when you were up there with your team as well. I did the Chaos Masters weight classes at the beginning of the year as well, which I think is really nice too.
I think even that could be a thing.
Yeah, I hope it is.
On like a sort of a domestic level,
Yeah.
Yeah. Giving me ideas now. I'll have to have a think on that. So got a few questions I'd like to ask people. I might still change them, and I keep saying that every time, but I've
okay.
Got into it. So right, so you can have a 2-hour training session with anyone. That's anyone that's ever been. You probably knew most of them anyway. Who would you train with for 2 hours and 2 hours only?
Strongman training.
Could be anything. Claire said one of the CrossFit girls, like Annie Thor's daughter.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. And does it have to be like in the gym training?
Don't overthink it. It could be any training you want, any person you want.
Any training I want, any person I want. Okay, I would do 2 hours on the mountain with Jenny Jones.
Oh right.
Snowboarding. That's what I would do.
Oh right, yeah. So tell us about that. So Jenny Jones is a snowboarder, I take it.
Yes, she's like the best ever female snowboarder. She rides park. So she does all the jumps and all the rails and stuff like that. Yeah, and I do like to snowboard. So if I could spend time with any athlete like that, it would be her. Just literally, snowboarding for 2 hours. That would be awesome.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, so she's like the Tony Hawk of snowboarding, is she, or something?
Yeah, well, she's not. I wouldn't say the Tony Hawk of snowboarding, but she's the best British female that we've ever had.
PlayStation game coming out or something.
Maybe she probably has one already.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I wanted to ask you because I don't really obviously like to talk about age because it does seem rude. But obviously, you only just got into strongman like a year ago, so you've got a few years before that. Like, what did you even? So you just mentioned snowboarding there. Is that what you did? You know, what other sports did you do?
So yeah, loads. So I guess when I was younger, I did a lot of team sports. So I played hockey and netball and football.
Right.
And I've always been working in fitness because I work as a trainer and I teach a lot of group fitness. I've always been into kind of teaching classes. So I've always kind of kept fit that way. I suppose, yeah, when I was younger, I did a few seasons snowboarding. So I lived in France for a bit, and I lived in New Zealand for a bit. A qualified instructor as well, snowboard instructor. And then I would then say I kind of got into CrossFit.
Yeah.
And I'm a lazy CrossFitter. And I would find that I would check out what the workouts were, and I would really then only started attending like the barbell classes. And then from there, I got into doing like the Olympic lifting and then the powerlifting and then into strongman.
So do you train and coach people out of Nova right now?
So not out. Well, at Nova, I do all the nutrition coaching.
Right, yeah.
So for all the members there and any of the athletes that come through them, so they refer on to me for nutrition. But no, I work locally at like the local leisure centre teaching classes, and I also teach I teach dance as well. I teach ballet fitness, like bar fitness, at a local dance school.
Don't believe you. I think you should probably do some now just to show everyone that you definitely do that.
No, it's fine. You can check my Instagram.
that can be the short that I'll make out of this. Lose his mind on Zoom call.
And I have my own boot camp where I live in Cambridgeshire, and I also I PT, but I PT people in their houses. I go to like people's houses, their gardens, their own home gyms, and PT them.
Yeah.
I just find it easier to do it that way than be kind of in one place. I'm like a little bit here, there, and everywhere. I have fingers in all pies.
It's sometimes nicer than like seeing the same four walls all the time, I guess sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, also because I train at Nova, like it's nice to have that bit of separation of like when I go there, I'm there to train. I'm not there to necessarily coach someone all the time.
Yeah, I have to admit, I find it hard to train when it's just me at mine. I definitely have better sessions when it's with other people. So you're here all the time, sort of thing. But cool. And you've done that quite a long time then, you know. Is that you've been your career, so to speak?
Yeah, that's been my career. Yeah, I did my degree in sports science, and when I was studying, I qualified as a personal trainer, and I've basically done that the whole time. I mean, loads of different roles. Like I started off doing PT and working in the gym, and then I kind of went into sales, and then I worked for some of the big operators in kind of club management roles. So, and then when I had my kids, I kind of went full circle and came out of management and went back into doing the training and the teaching just because it fitted better with them and family life.
Yeah. I realised that this call today's got absolutely no structure to it at all. We started up.
Doesn't matter.
So I was going to say you've got a family. How many children have you got?
Two kids. Yeah, Felicity's 11 and Jack is 8. They're both really sporty as well.
Talking of 2 children, 1 second. You all right? Okay, you can go in.
Yours at home.
She never has to go for a week. She's in her own house.
So bless her.
Talking about, I must apologise. I did try and do all these in the gym. But last 2, yours and April's, I haven't been able to. Like the only time we could do it is when I'm at home. So I'm in the spare room, and about the only thing that looks fitness related behind me is the Rocky
boxing. Well,
so
I'm at home too. Hey, in my kitchen.
You know, I think Glenn was just sitting on his bed, legs crossed, arms crossed.
But that's what people like, isn't it? They like a little peek into someone's actual life. You see,
it is actually, yeah. At least you're not in the bathroom or something. So, well, go on. We'll get back onto our questions then. So, who is your favourite strong man, strong woman right now?
It would have to be.
Don't say Matt.
No, not well. I wouldn't be his number one fan if I didn't say Matt. Of course, it's Matt. But apart from Matt, it would be definitely Rhiannon Lovelace. I think she's just a phenomenal athlete, isn't she? She's an amazing athlete. She's like the strongest woman, pound for pound, in the world. I love her because she's little as well. Like she's an under 64, so like she's doing it for like the little people. And she does so much for like the sport in general, doesn't she? Like her and Luke, they just do so much. And I just think, yeah, she's amazing. And she hosted that first competition I ever did. And I think I've been in awe of her ever since. I've just been like, wow.
Yeah, done some phenomenal things over the years, whether it's whole competitions, static world records, all kinds of things. So
exactly.
Not even like, you know, but even sort of maybe say, could even anyone beat her up at almost the next category up?
No, I mean, I'd like to see her compete at the Opens and like just give the big girls like their run for their money. She's got to be right up there.
I think she's at the Giants Live Britons.
You know, in September.
Giants Live are doing like a Britain's Strongest Woman in is it September?
Yeah, I think it's September.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is, because I was thinking again can't go to that because of got a comp the next day, and I thought I didn't want to.
I think it's the weekend after the Edinburgh.
That's an Opens one, isn't it? They're all going to be there, all the top names and that. So
exactly. So I think she'll do really well. But yeah, she is definitely the athlete. Yeah, my favorite athlete. I think she's amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so your next one then. This, depending on what you say now, I'm definitely going to ditch this question because everyone's saying the same thing, but you might say something different. What would you change in strongman right now?
What would I change in strongman right now? I don't know. I don't want to jump on the whole like bandwagon at the moment about the whole weight class thing. There's been a lot, obviously, after Europe's at the last weekend, about athletes really trying to cut weight to make specific weight classes. And I don't know how you could do it, because I mean, to make it, you know, I'm going to say fairer. But I'd really be interested to see the stats about, you know, like what someone actually weighs when they weigh in for competition. Then they have their competition 24 hours later. And I'd be really interested to weigh someone again just before they start their competition, and maybe just after they have their competition, and just have a look at what the percentage is in terms of how much weight people are kind of dropping in order to make weight for a comp. And I know this doesn't happen necessarily at some of the like the grassroots level competitions. It's more at the top level comps. But people watch that and they see it, and they're gonna copy that behavior. So yeah, I don't know how it would be done, but I would like to see athletes competing at the weights that they kind of walk around at, and not kind of knocking off 10% of their body weight to make a lower weight class.
Yeah, I think that's sort of almost like a same day weigh-in would probably achieve that, wouldn't it?
It would achieve that. But then, you know, it's not going to be then as spectacular because, you know, potentially they're not going to be pulling such big weights. And if you've got a big competition and you want it to be on TV and all that kind of stuff, it needs to look good.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
It is a tough one.
I definitely think the online qualifier could be, you know, during one of your submission videos, you're maybe only 10 kilos over the weight limit, or
yeah, but if I was 10 kilos over my weight limit, I'd be losing.
Oh no, I was talking more of the men, really.
Okay,
so
men.
Women, you'd well, most of the jumps are 9 kilos. Maybe you could say like 7 or 8, but not really for me to decide.
Yes, I think I don't know how it could be done, but I would think it would be good to. I mean, maybe I'm biased because I'm a little person, and so when I don't have the opportunity to compete at 57s and I have to compete at 64s, and then, you know, I'm really competing against girls who are going to cut to 64 and they're probably weighing, you know, closer to 70 kilos, 58 to 70 kilos. That's 20% of my body weight. It's a massive amount. And as much as you say, oh yeah, it's all about how strong you are, mass moves mass at the end of the day. So
it's only really the opens that say that, though, isn't it?
I don't know. So yeah, I don't, yeah. That would be, if I'd like to see any changes, I'd like to see some kind of, I don't know, maybe not rule changes, but just some awareness around that, and maybe some better support for, or yeah, for some of those athletes, or advice or something. Don't know.
It's definitely one that's maybe just needs sorting out, doesn't it? A bit of a tidy up. So
yeah. I mean, I'm not too sure how, or how it could be done, but I do worry that it'll just be emulated through, and we'll get beginners into strongman, making their first weight class competition who are thinking, oh, I'm 95 kilos, but I'm 96 kilos, but I definitely need to cut down to be an under 90, or I don't know. I just think it needs to be safe, and I think sometimes at the moment it's not safe.
I think maybe one thing could be, if you don't make the weight that day, maybe you just don't compete at all. Something like that. That would just kind of stop you, wouldn't it? But
yeah. Well, I think, I mean, like I said, I think it'd be nice. It'd be a shame if you missed weight to then not be able to compete, but then you just guest lift and you can take part, but you can't score.
Yeah, that's right. 1 second, mate. I'm just going to pause the recording 1 second. Yeah, I really need to do the whole Spotify, but just time sometimes, but I'm sure it's easy enough to do. Anyway, yeah, so sorry if you're listening, watching there, although it's just a split second for you. Just a quick bathroom break. We won't say who for. So next question. What's your favourite gym you've ever been to? So I won't be...
Okay, so favourite gym. So I don't know if I have obviously Nova, where I train. That's obviously my favourite gym. So there's a few, so I train at Titans as well in Rushton in Northampton, which is a brilliant little setup. Absolutely love it.
I mean, I've only seen I follow them obviously, and only ever seen clips and saying it looks like a really good setup.
Yeah, that is, I love it there. I love going there and training. This summer we went on holiday to Lanzarote and we stayed at Club de Santa. And Club de Santa is quite kind of a big sports-based resort. It's aimed at lots of cyclists, lots of triathletes, that kind of thing. But they had an amazing setup just in terms of the gym. So I knew that I couldn't go on holiday and not train, not because I'm addicted to training or anything like that, but because I've got this big competition coming up. I was like, to have a week out or to have 12 days out, which is how long away from it, I knew I just couldn't have that. But they had an awesome setup. They had an amazing outdoor CrossFit arena, which had so much stuff in there. And in terms of strongman training, they had all the sandbags that they needed. They had an axle bar. They then have another gym, which is like an indoor gym, which had big, massive free weights area, all sponsored, I'd imagine, by Rogue, loads of really good kind of, platforms and racks and all the kind of the weights kit that you need. I got a PB squat in there, back squat in there, which was good. And then they also have another functional area with loads of loads of kit, loads of dumbbells, balls, bags, kind of an outdoor kind of functional training area as well. So kind of it was really nice to be able to use all these different spaces to train. So yeah, if I could go back anywhere to do a workout at the moment, it would be there.
Say sometimes CrossFit gyms don't always have some of your strongman kit, do they? They obviously have their sandbags, but they don't always even sometimes have an axle or a log or something.
No.
So
and I did have to check in advance. I was emailing them, Instagramming them. Someone replied to me. I need to know. I can't do this. But they were there eventually.
When we went to Zante last year, it was I knew when I come back I had 8 days till England. So I said gym, but I couldn't find pictures anywhere, couldn't find anything online. So I emailed them a few times before they got back, and they said, yeah, we've got bars and machines and dumbbells. And I thought, oh, that's all right. Yeah. So I turned up there and the gym's closed because of COVID.
Oh my God.
And it's 2022. And just can't open it up. anyway, nagged them for a couple of days, and they went, "Go on, we'll let you in. Then you can maybe take some kit into the place you're stopping at." I thought that's cool. Bit weird to be carrying bars and plates and stuff. And they got in there, and there was like one 5 foot 1 inch bar, vinyl plates, and an old bike, and the tiniest little dumbbells, plastic dumbbells you'd seen. I thought all that commotion over that. So
Over
definitely
that.
not as good as your place in Lanzarote. So
No, no, it was really good. It was really epic. I was really impressed.
So let's say you're not allowed to. Well, mind you might not even compete in strongman next year. So it's just a bit of a rubbish question now. You ruined it. You're not allowed to do any strength sports. What sport do you get into or return to?
Yeah, so I definitely think if injury was not a risk in terms of obviously teaching group fitness, if I'm injured and I can't move, I can't work. But if that wasn't a problem, I would snowboard in the winter and I would wakeboard in the summer, 100%.
Would you? I've done wakeboarding.
Have you?
Yeah.
On a cable or on a boat?
Well, no, a jet ski pulled me along.
Jet ski. Cool.
I know, is there a difference? I mean, I say I used to wakeboard. I don't mean like used to do competitions. I meant for about 3 years we used to go with our in-laws who had a jet ski wakeboard whole setup, and they had a membership, and we would go nearly every Sunday for years in the summer. Got
Excellent.
got pretty good, but no, I don't mean like as in anything competitive. But I just so I don't know the difference. Just hold on to the thing and put me.
Yeah, no. So when you wakeboard, you can like do that. So you're behind like a boat or a jet ski that pulls you along, or you often get like cable setups now. So you can either kind of go round like where you're holding on and then you're attached to a cable and it like pulls you around, or straight back and forwards. So yeah, that's a bit more accessible than having to find a boat every single time to take you out. So yeah, that would be, I think, would be my thing. So no strength sports. Yeah, I'd snowboard and I'd wakeboard, 100%.
Yeah. All right. Do they have a masters in that sort of thing? Masters.
Yeah.
I
reckon they do. They must do. I reckon I'd do all right. I don't know. I
didn't even realise they have like a 60 to 65 age category in CrossFit and all kinds of different age categories.
The CrossFit that goes up like every 5 years, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, and I'm just about to. I've just changed, haven't I? So this year it'd be I just jump up a category to the 45s to 50s. So yeah. Thanks, Ash. So I always wonder, like, if I should, try my hands at something else, but we'll see.
Nag Matt and the team at Nova to why don't you put on an over 45 strong woman?
But just so just for me, just so I can enter again and be the
only me that turned up, is it? Oh, damn. Sorry. Well, we've got a couple of minutes left. So you've got your next competition. No, hold on. Your next competition isn't Worlds, is it?
No.
You're doing the Arnold qualifier.
So I'm doing the Arnold qualifier, the weekend after next. More than anything, because you don't get many under 57 competitions.
Yes, that I knew.
And this is an under 57.
Yes. So they're even trying it out. So
I just thought, well, yeah, it was you who noticed it, sent it to me as well. I was just like, yeah, it's an under 57s. Yeah. I'll do that one. Yeah. So booked and paid for pretty much months ago, not even thinking about what else might be in the calendar. But yeah, so yeah, I'm going to go up north. I think it's in Hartlepool, Northern Strength and Performance. I've got that the weekend after next.
Oh yeah, so, right. That's Rich and Rachel's place.
Rachel's place.
Rachel's place, yeah. Cool. So there you go. You'll have to stay in the sport if you qualify for that.
Well, yeah, that'll be the deciding factor, I think. If we'll see, but I don't know. And I have been snooping on like social media and stuff to see if I can see if there's any or many other entrants into my weight category. I don't know. So it could just be me rocking up again.
Just keep pushing it, keep trying to grow it, and they will come.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah. So you've got the Arnold qualifier, then you've got Worlds on the 23rd and 24th of September. Where can people watch that?
So I think is it going to be streamed online? on
I
YouTube.
think so. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So they did the finals before. They streamed it live on YouTube, didn't they? And I think it was it free to think it was free to watch as well.
Yes, yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched the June. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm sure it'll be the same. I'm sure you'll be able to just jump onto YouTube onto one of their channels and just watch us all there. I have no idea about the Arnold's one. I don't know if that
Oh,
will be
yeah, I
streamed live.
don't know if that will be, but yeah.
But
Cool.
yeah.
So, and then just finally, because it's sort of the clock's ticking away on me here, last few seconds. So where can people find you, like on Instagram and stuff like that, or do you still use like MySpace or something?
I do have a MySpace. I don't know. I've never logged in.
So as you can see, we got cut off, and then we did a FaceTime, which then didn't record any sound, and then we both went on holiday. So
I'm still on holiday.
Hannah's still on holiday. So this is just a little wrap up, really. So maybe we'll just pass over the fact Hannah still has a MySpace, even though that's stuck with me for the week. So really, it seems bizarre that we've set up a meeting just to do this. But so yeah, good luck with the Arnolds coming up this weekend now.
Thank you. It is this weekend, yeah. This Sunday it is, yes.
Just recently found out you're not allowed suits, not allowed figure of eights.
What?
Yeah.
No, you're not. It's all allowed, isn't it?
I don't know. You better check. You better check.
I'm going to check now. Yeah, I'm sure it's all allowed.
And they said, "Oh no, it's no suits."
I'm not wearing a suit anyway.
Okay. No suits of any kind. No tux. Nothing.
We'll see.
Well, yeah. So good luck with that. Good luck with World on the 23rd and 24th of September. Remember, everyone, you can watch that. I'm sure there'll be a live stream. Look out on the UKNS page. And Hannah, where can people find you on various social media platforms other than MySpace?
So the best place to follow my strongman story and my training journey is on Instagram. So it's Hannah_Fitzgerald_fitness.
Cool. And Friends Reunited account?
Don't think that's still live. I think that's dead now.
Yeah, good luck, Hannah. Well, thanks for joining us, and see you soon. She crashed. She did crash. I thought we nearly had another.
I don't know. It's here. It's still here. I'm still here.
Still here. See you later, mate. Bye.